Hello, and what is going on, everybody? It is Master of the TDS, and I am joined by my lovely wife,
Riding Raven.
And we're back for another episode of Psycho-Synopsis.
Woohoo!
The segment where we summarize all the Psycho for you. Just a scattering of the topics throughout the week, all summarized in one neat little package for those who don't have the time, or just feel like it.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so you may have noticed that our intro is back to our Halloween intro. We ran a poll, and you guys voted, and it was close, but we're going to go with our Halloween intro from now on. Maybe that'll change, but I think it actually suits our theme better.
It does.
You may have also noticed our new thumbnail. That's going to be our new thumbnail design going forward, and that's not the only thing that's changed. The Psycho-Synopsis logo has also changed as well to kind of fit more with our themes. Just pointing those things out.
And I love them.
Yeah. I think I did a pretty good job.
You did.
You let us know what you think in the comments. But with that said, we have a bunch of topics to cover today. So without further ado,
let's bring in the first client, Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
So, the first Sonic film became one of the most successful video game adaptations ever, so there's a lot riding on the sequel. Luckily, the slick trailer indicates that we won't be seeing any of the CGI issues that plagued the first film. The sequel is set to be released on April 8th, 2022.
We're gonna go see it.
Yeah, so here's the thing. A lot of people went to go see the first Sonic because the fact that they listened to the fans and changed the character from the god-awful design that it was originally. And obviously, mainstream media had a field day about it. Oh, you're listening to the fans, whatever.
Blah, blah, blah.
But this is what you get for listening to the fans. A sequel that people want to go see. Mm-hmm. Now, it does appear to be bringing in Tails and Knuckles, and Dr. Eggman is returning.
Uh-huh.
And it seems to also be bringing in the concept of the Chaos Emeralds, which is something quite interesting.
Uh-huh.
So, nothing really bad to say about it. I'm looking forward to it. And here's the thing. Maybe it'll be good, maybe it won't be, who knows? But I'm going to go support it because they listened to the fans, they gave the fans what they wanted, and was the first movie, the most amazing movie ever?
No, it was a little cheesy. It was a kid's movie, but it was a good movie overall.
And it was a movie that I actually wanted to go see because they actually listened to us.
Yeah.
And if Hollywood were to listen to us a little bit more, I think that they would find that they have more success.
True. Plus, another great thing is that they're bringing back the original voice actor for Tails.
Yeah, so Tails is actually going to be played by a woman, but they're actually using the woman who voices Tails in the video games and stuff. So they're paying attention to detail, they're doing stuff, and I think it's a great concept. I think that the sequel looks really good, and, we'll wait and see. Will it be good? Don't know, but...
Eggman looks more like Eggman with the mustache, if he's fat. Later on in the movie, we'll see. Idris Elba as Knuckles sounded pretty good to me. The trailer overall looked awesome, and I want to go see it.
Yeah, and we'll go see it. And again, maybe it won't actually be good. Who knows? But again, I'm willing to support projects and things by people who are actually listening to the fans.
Same.
So that's my take on it. You let us know what you think.
Mm-hmm. And so we move on to our next client, Matrix Resurrections.
Okay, so we're talking about this movie again because there's a bit of an issue with it. Now, if you'll see here, it says, the second official trailer for the upcoming Matrix Resurrections is here, and the filmmakers have made it abundantly clear that change is a central theme. And as you can see, I made fun of the change by showing it's a picture of Trinity, like, face falling apart, and then I took from,
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah. So, not really that much change, huh? But here's the thing. I had originally thought that this would be good.
Yeah.
It's not going to be good, and I'll tell you why. It's because they've recast a lot of the characters, and they do it because because obviously they maybe couldn't get some of the original characters or whatever. But the main reason they're saying is, why use old code if you have new? And it's like, and that's basically what this whole trailer is about. Basically saying that, like, if there's a glitch in the Matrix, it's deja vu, and it means that they've changed something. And I like the idea of another Matrix movie. I'll be honest. I know that some people don't like the original, the sequels.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen them. But when we heard the synopsis for Matrix Resurrections, which I believe we reported on, it sounded like a really, really good premise. But if they're making all these changes that people fear that Trinity's going to be the next Neo, and I think something also about a trans person, which might be the person with the blue hair, that worries us.
That, and also, here's the thing. I don't care if they change characters. They could still do it well. The problem I have is when you make change your central theme, it never really goes well. build the story and build change into it. It just seems to me like they're relying on a lot of stuff from the old movies, and I would have liked to have seen somewhat of a fresh take. I feel like this is going to be somewhat of a rehash of the original, but like, as you said, with changes. And again, who's to say it will be bad? I don't know. But honestly, I think that given what I'm hearing and what has been coming out, I don't have high hopes for this.
Yeah, we're going to remain skeptical on this one for now. So our next client, George Orwell's 1984.
So this is something we never really thought we'd be reporting on. As you can see, he's saying, "Are you stupid?" And there's the Photoshop is the person who's writing this book, and it says, "Big brother, this is fine. It's watching you." In yet another example of the book's dystopian story being taken as a guidebook rather than the cautionary warning, George Orwell's 1984 is set to receive a feminist retelling, which will see the story retold from the point of view of Julia, the love interest of the original novel's protagonist, Winston Smith. So, I am not opposed to hearing a story from her point of view, but since they already are coming out and saying it's a feminist retelling, it's
I already don't want to see it.
Yeah, it's just like, look, do you guys not understand how marketing works?
No, they clearly don't.
When you do that, you are literally telling people not to go watch your movie. And I'm not saying that feminism in certain aspects can't be good or force for good. It's been perverted into something else, but it could have been. But here's the thing, like, coming out and saying, I'm making a feminist retelling of this. Really?
Julia was not necessarily a feminist. She was just a rebel. There's a difference.
Like, first off, I don't even see why we need it.
Yeah.
And they're already eyeing it for a potential movie, and it's like, of course they are.
1984 was all about the dangers of rewriting history. You're literally about to rewrite something that's about the dangers of rewriting history. Are you that stupid?
Yeah, they are.
God. Yes, they are.
And again, could this be good? I don't know. I'm not here saying that it's going to be terrible, but when you come out of the gate and that's your first kind of thing you put out there about it, it doesn't exactly make us full of confidence.
Yeah, and to those of us who say, well, you haven't read the book. Yes, we have. We've read the original novel.
We actually have.
Cover to cover. We've read it.
So, the original book was very good.
Oh, yes.
And you can draw a lot of parallels to certain things going on right now. Now, we're not going to get into that political side of it.
Of course.
But honestly, the point here we're making is that there was no need to even really make this.
No.
Now, they did get approval from the estate, which I think is nice. That George Orwell's estate actually approved this. So at least it's not someone just running with it without permission.
Yeah.
Obviously, that could get them into trouble.
But there's no guarantee that they're going to do it well.
Yeah, and it's already being eyed for a movie before it's even written as a book. How about we get a book first and see how it works, and then you decide if it's a movie or not.
Having the approval of his estate does not mean that they're going to ask the estate for help or guidelines or even other things like, hey, what do you think of this? Do you think this is what Orwell meant by this? Do you think Orwell would have written it this way? No, they're not going to be doing that. Now that they have the permission, they are going to be doing whatever they want.
Yeah, but look, could it be good? Could they do it justice? I don't know. But as I said, when you come right out the gate with certain keywords and phrases, you get the attention of certain people and not others. So when I hear feminist retelling of 1984, I literally think garbage.
Same.
I could be completely wrong, and if that is the case, I will be more than happy to admit that. But that's just what evokes in my mind when I think of this.
Same.
So, yeah. Big Brothers it won't be watching you. Let's just put it that way.
Certainly won't be watching this. And our next client, Cowboy Bebop finally got canceled.
Okay, so we have Real Ed is ready to die now. Hot on the heels of its cancellation, Naomi Markman, the script coordinator for Netflix's Cowboy Bebop, recently took to Twitter to tease that the audiences were missing out on a second season of the series, only to cry victim when met with criticism from fans who, having seen the result of the unsurprisingly awful first season, expressed extreme doubt in her claim.
I'm a victim!
Now, what you're seeing in front of you is actually Ed. Now, one of them is real, and one of them is an abomination. Let's see if you can guess which one.
The one that looks like Pippi Longstocking, but with shorter hair?
Yeah. A second season full of that?
No, thank you. No.
Most people didn't like this, the critics didn't like it, a lot of people didn't like this, fine. And that's fair. I understand that. But then they go and cry victim, and here's what she actually said. So she says, "My dear troll friends, you do realize that literally hundreds of people lost their jobs today, right? Jobs we loved and cared about? We're gonna be emotional. Also, most if not all of us found out today with the public. Just because you don't like the food at the restaurant doesn't mean that you would celebrate when it closes down. The F. You wouldn't mock the waiters or chef. I beg you to touch some grass and give someone you love a hug. My entire life was turned upside down less than 12 hours ago, along with hundreds of my dearest peers. Consider having a goddamn ounce of compassion or empathy. The vast majority of Bebop fans, anime or live action, or both, are cool, by the way, obviously."
Now, the thing about her saying have compassion or empathy
is you can't do that. And I actually quote tweeted her with this similar thing, and I think I was featured in a video of the quartering.
Yes, you were.
But you can't do this.
No, you can't say, well, I'm the victim, you're hurting me, you're bullying me, after you bullied us first?
Yeah, now, it was not particularly this woman. Now, she did make some certain claims about certain themes in the show, whatever, that was not very bright, but I'll give her the credit that she was not the one, at least from what I can tell, that was coming up against us. But here's the thing. When your main actress, the one playing Faye Valentine, Daniela Pineda, comes out and makes a video, now that she's claiming was for fun, basically attacking fans and calling us all trolls and terrible people.
Because we didn't like that it was not actually Faye Valentine that she was portraying.
Maybe she should have had a goddamn ounce of compassion. Because, a lot of anime fans are having their anime perverted.
Maybe she should have taken the time to actually watch the anime and learn about the character she was portraying.
And the thing is, it was a bad show. Objectively. Now, there may be some people who enjoyed it, and if you are one of them, you are more than welcome to enjoy it.
Of course!
But the objective fact is the majority of people, wasn't their thing.
Yeah.
And that's fair. But you can't come out here and suddenly start claiming, I'm a victim, please be nice to me, when you allowed your main actress to come out and attack fans before the show even aired. If you are upset, that is totally understandable.
Yes.
But calling out and saying how we're trolls now, whatever, you do realize the reason you do not have a season 2 is because of this exact thing. I would be willing to wager that one of the main reasons why you're not getting a season 2 is because of of your main actress coming out and saying those things.
Well, that was definitely the start, but also the criticism and the backlash and the results of the show itself being not what people wanted at all.
And it correcting the flaws of the anime, when you have to correct something, that implies that there was a fault with it. Fans liked it, which implies that there was no fault with it. Is a show perfect? No.
Obviously not.
But the anime was good the way it is, and people liked it the way it was.
Yes.
So you're saying, oh no, we didn't like it, we had to change it to make it better. You guys messed up. Guess what? It got canceled, and fans rejoiced because fans didn't like it. Mm-hmm. Now, again, does that mean that you can't be upset about it? No, I understand. It was your job. I get it. Mm-hmm. This is literally the reason why you don't have a job anymore.
Don't dish it out if you can't take it, right?
Exactly. That's what I said. Don't dish it out if you can't take it. If you're gonna get upset, then maybe you should have thought of that before you attacked fans first. I don't condone harassment.
No.
But you don't deserve that compassion.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm a nice person. I try to be. But you do not deserve compassion when you are the ones who have started the fight to begin with.
True.
And if it is such a bad thing for you and it's such a horrible thing, then maybe the one place you don't want to be right now is on Twitter. Just saying.
That is a good point. Twitter is a shark's nest after all.
You guys literally didn't care about the fans. The fans didn't watch your show. And now you guys are canceled. It is simple cause and effect.
You have to deal with the repercussions. Maybe it'll give you some thicker skin.
Or maybe you need to learn that if you have such thin skin, and that's such a big problem for you, maybe get off social media, because I don't know how you've lasted this long. And again, if someone's harassing you, whatever, I don't condone that at all.
No.
And nobody go harass her. She's turned off the ability to comment, so you kind of can't anyways.
But we do not condone harassment. We are just saying what is on our minds.
Yeah, we don't condone harassment, but we do believe that if someone wants to call you out on your behavior because your behavior is hypocritical, then guess what? Maybe it's time you stopped getting upset about it and started learning from it.
Mm-hmm. Our next client is Doctor Who.
Oh, boy.
Again.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I hate this.
I know.
According to Doctor Who star Jodie Whittaker, whose stint as the titular doctor is soon to come to an end.
Thank God.
She once feared that the emphasis put on her status as the first female doctor had ruined the chances of another woman ever playing the part in the future.
That wasn't it.
Well, no, she's right. She definitely did, but she ruined the rest of the show, too.
Yeah.
And I know we're gonna get angry people in the comments. You're just misogynistic.
I'm not misogynistic. I am a woman.
And also, here's the thing. If you like Jodie, you are more than welcome to like her. Let me say this again. You are more than welcome to like her.
Yes.
We don't.
Exactly.
And if that bothers you so much that it affects your opinion, perhaps you need to re-examine how you feel about it. Because if opinion of someone online can make you that upset because we don't have the same opinion you do.
You need therapy.
That, and also, then did you really like the show that much?
No.
If you aren't as confident in your own position, if everybody doesn't agree with you?
Clearly not. It's why they need therapy.
But long story short, there is no story here. Yeah, you did ruin it. And yeah, we did a whole live stream on it about how they ruined it. Mm-hmm. And it's not over yet.
Oh no.
Can RTD maybe save it? I don't know at this point.
Very slim chance now.
But again, did you ruin the show? Yeah,
Yes.
you did.
Oh yes. No question.
Spoiler alert. Not that you needed it because you know you did. You know you did.
Oh yeah.
And I don't blame Jodie completely. I think the experiment of changing the doctor to a female is a failure.
Yeah, it was. I was willing to give it a chance. We both were, but it failed. And we moved away from it completely.
And angry people, I gave it a chance. I watched the whole first season. I gave it a chance, okay? I watched the whole first season. I even watched the first special. I gave it as many chances as I could, okay? And I did not like it. And that does not make me misogynist. That does not make me whatever. That makes me someone who watched something and didn't like it. If that opinion bothers you, then click off the video or
Go cry about it and then go seek therapy.
I've made it very clear that you can like what you like.
Yes.
If you don't like the fact that I don't agree with you, then that's your problem, not mine. I think that if she had been given the correct script and writers, the show could have been a lot better. Maybe Jodie could have pulled it off.
It could have been. It could have been something, but it wasn't.
And now it is something. Garbage.
Unfortunately.
And that's being nice. So instead of getting angry, thank me for not using different words.
Yeah.
How about that?
Instead, we're just going to insult garbage.
Yeah.
Moving on. Disney Star Wars.
Oh boy, so we get to talk about this. It appears that Disney has removed a promotional video for its new Star Wars hotel from Twitter and YouTube after fans criticized the cost and the design outline. Now, there's a whole can of worms to uncover here.
How many of them do you want to uncover?
So, a lot. So, as you can see here, first off, this is Captain Keevan, the blue alien. Doesn't she look familiar? Oh, wait, look at the other person. It's Kathleen. Wait a minute.
They are the same person!
Behold, Captain Karen.
Yeah.
Yay.
But it's a self-insert again.
Most fans don't like this because the things they've put out is very budget cut. It looks bad, and I understand times are tough. But they're cutting corners and whatever, and they put out these new characters that nobody knows about. There's no Darth Vader, there's no Luke Skywalker, there's no even sequel trilogy characters.
Nope.
There's nothing. And then you're expecting people to shill out $6,000 minimum.
For a day and a half stay for a family of 4.
And the video was terrible. And guess what? After the video, suddenly, people started canceling the reservations.
And demanding refunds. Lots and lots of refunds.
And you're surprised by this?
No.
And then your smart idea is to remove the video, which then shows that you're cowards. Mm-hmm. And then to put out a video to them of literally Star Tours quality cheesy background with a woman with a smartphone.
No, honey. Star Tours was better than this.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought Star Tours was a ripoff for the short ride over the super long line. But still better than this.
Yeah. But, even with, noise, sound effects, whatever, it looked terrible. It looked cheap. It looked bad. And you're expecting people to shill out $6,000. How about this, Disney? Either, use your recognizable and identifiable characters to pull people in, because that's what they want, immersion, or perhaps lower the price, or Better yet,
Scrap the whole idea?
scrap the whole idea because no one's going to come here. Now, will they turn this around? Maybe. $6,000, not something I'm going to spend. Just saying.
Also, I just noticed this. They're using Jupiter as the planet background. Why not a planet from the actual Star Wars galaxy?
Because cheap.
Oh yeah, they can't afford those pictures anymore.
I don't know. Look, here's the thing.
That's Jupiter, not Tatooine.
I would say this is a train wreck, but it's a Star Cruiser, so it can't be a train. But what it can be is a galactic disaster.
Oh, by epic proportions.
Yeah, that's the best way to describe it. I'll tell you, here's a free little bit of advice for you, Disney. Make a promotional video. Hello, I'm C-3PO, human cyber relations, and welcome to our Star Cruiser.
Instant intrigue.
No, instead, hi, my name is Adario Zin. You don't know me at all, and I'm randomly looking like a cheap-ass background and whatever, but please come to our $6,000 Star Cruiser.
Also, they don't have iPhones in that galaxy. They use other things to create those holograms.
That's true.
Idiots.
It's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time, because it's terrible how they're trying to market this and make this look good.
It's ridiculously overpriced, which is probably what's getting people to wake up.
But people are waking up now and realizing Disney for what it is. So we'll see if they can turn it around. But Captain Karen may be on deck, but I sure won't be.
Me neither. Moving on to our last client of the day, DC Comics, again.
Okay, I'm a walking cliche. Wonder Woman, aka Diana Pryce, has always seemed to be pretty queer. Sure, she's typically been portrayed as romancing Steve Trevor, a pilot who crashed on Amazon's home of Themyscira, but one look at the island and all of its fierce female warriors and we know the score. Wrong. Wrong. But okay. Now, guess who? It's Tom Taylor again.
Remember him?
Yeah, the person who made Superman's son bisexual, I think, or is gay, or I don't care.
It's bisexual, which means gay.
And you can see Superman's face palming, and in the middle, it's Wonder Woman kissing Supergirl. But wait, it's not Wonder Woman who's gay, it's an alternate universe Wonder Woman.
And this Supergirl is an alternate universe Supergirl who's Kal-El's sister. I mean, they gave a hint in the Red Sun story arc, when the story arc of Superman landing in Soviet Russia instead of the US. And they hinted at Wonder Woman being a lesbian because she grew up on an island of all women. Made sense for that!
I want to talk to someone specifically. Hey, Tom Taylor, not that you'll ever necessarily see this, because you're a coward, and before you even put out any of this junk, you already had me blocked because, as I said, you're a coward.
And reasons.
I want to tell you something. Think about this for a second. I know this might be difficult for you, but think about it. You were hired to make Superman's son gay. You did. Your comic sales went up a little bit, then went down. Your main artist quit. And then you're hired again, and guess what? Now you're making another character gay. Do you see a pattern here, Tom? You do realize what this is. Think of how bad of a writer that you have to be that you're literally a one-trick pony. You literally are hired because, yay, Tom, we need you to make this character gay. Do your thing.
Sigh.
So, basically, not only are you a coward, but you're a terrible writer, and I'm waiting to see the next character you make gay, because let's be honest, that's what you're doing, except apathy is starting to set in, and nobody cares anymore. The only reason we're talking about this is because I wanted to talk to you directly, Tom. Hi. Yeah, I'm one of the people you're trying to, hide from. Who could have possibly been a potential customer. And I just want to tell you something really, really important. Listen closely. You suck.
And you're an insult to terrible writers.
Exactly. Because you're a one-trick pony. Need somebody gay? Call Tom. Tom will come help.
Ugh.
So, again, do I care about this alternate universe, one Wonder Woman being gay? Whatever, I don't care.
No.
But I think that the fact that you're being hired literally to just make characters gay is just sad. And I feel sad for you. And when I say I feel sad for you, make no mistake, I don't care about you. I feel sad that literally your entire existence is literally to make characters gay.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate.
That's what your title should be.
What
the official gay maker.
What a sorry excuse for a life.
Yeah, so have fun with that, Tom. You won't ever see this because you blocked me on Twitter because you're a coward, but have fun. Bye.
And with that, we move on to the final topic of the day, the diagnosis of the week.
So we have an interesting diagnosis for you this week.
Do tell us what it is.
So the diagnosis for this week is willful ignorance.
Do explain.
So willful ignorance is the practice or act of intentionally and blatantly avoiding and disregarding, disagreements of facts. Basically, these people create a narrative that they believe that they're right in. And anything that they that comes their way that is not fitting that narrative, they purposely ignore. They know it exists, but they're purposely choosing to not acknowledge it or to ignore it because it destroys their narrative. And we see this so often in Hollywood and in the comics industry and all this stuff. They literally pretend that they built this narrative a certain way, but in reality, more people than not do not like the narratives. More people than not do not agree with them, but it's okay. They'll just pretend you don't exist until their, sales reflect that, and then they'll get angry and call you all misogynists and trolls and everything, because that's what they do. So they purposely choose not to see or hear the evidence that's right in front of them, and you can see the repercussions of that. Yeah, so I thought it was pretty good fitting for the diagnosis for this week.
I agree.
And now we move on to the remedy of the week.
And this week, we are shouting out our friend Ordsboard on his channel Ord's World. This is the channel he made after the previous one got demonetized. And basically on this channel, he talks about 90s and 80s video games and TV shows and all that. Talking from someone who really loves that stuff. So if you're into that, bring your battle cheers, because he gives out battle cheers. Help him out. We're just trying to help out a friend, so let him know that Gothic Therapy referred you.
Yeah, and he's at 463 subscribers as of making this video. Let's see if we can bump him up a little. It's definitely lower than his original channel's amount, and he was demonetized there. So let's head on over there and help him out.
Please.
So that's all we have for this video. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and also make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe with notifications on so you do not miss your weekly therapy session.
Or you will be charged. Also, follow us both on Twitter at Master of the TDS and at Writing Raven 2. Follow my husband on Twitch and Instagram at Master of the TDS. You can all follow our channel on Instagram at yt.gothic.therapy. We also have a Discord server and merch, which will be linked in the description below. And you can follow me on Wattpad at GothicWriter613 for well-written stories that have no wokeness and are respectful to what came before.
And I actually have a second channel now under Master of the TDS. You might have seen it around, that I use it to comment on live streams and stuff, or comment on videos. I'm using it to upload my stream VODs there, so if you've missed a live stream and the video's already, expired, you can head on over there and check it out.
Indeed.
But for now, that's all we have for this week, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Gothic Therapy, out.